Take a deep breath because this video is about to be a little long. Hi everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kennedy here. Welcome. Also, if you don't already know, I am officially a mom of a 1-year-old. He is 15 months, which means he is 1 year and 3 months old. Like, where did the time go and where did my little peanut go? I mean, I still call him my little peanut because he'll forever be my little peanut. Ever since he knows how to eat by himself, this boy is on the go. He never wants to be held. It's like, I want to hold you. He's like, I'm not about it, mom. I am ready to go. I'm ready to do my own thing. It's just crazy that he is now so big. Sometimes when I look at him, I'm like, but overall, being a mom is amazing, and I'm just so grateful that I am his mom and I am able to watch him grow. For those of you that are about to become a mom, congratulations, welcome to motherhood. Trust me, it's amazing, but at the same time, it's going to be hard. It's definitely a bittersweet thing, which means it's going to be hard, but then at the same time, everything you do for your baby is so worth it and it's so beautiful. So in today's video, I thought it would be kind of fun to share with you guys about some of the things that I've learned within this first year, and hopefully it will help you soon to be mom out there, or you just became a mom and are not sure what you're doing. I got you, because let me tell you, some of those things people just don't tell you about. So I hope whatever I'm about to share with you guys right now will somewhat help you out a little bit. I mean, you can never be prepared for something like this. In this video, I'm going to be talking about tips and tricks that have helped me with my baby, and also some of the positive and negative things that comes with it as well. But before we get into today's video, if you have not subscribed, come on, what are you doing? It's not that hard to subscribe. The button is literally down below. So go ahead and pause this video and go subscribe. I would love you forever. First thing first, let's talk about postpartum. I just wanted to throw this out there because for some of y'all that have never given birth before, this is the part for you. I just want you guys to know what postpartum is, how hard it can be for some people. Postpartum can be tough, and it could be tougher for some people. During my postpartum, there are some things that I did not like and did not expect that it would happen to me, but it did. So I wanted to share that with you guys so then you guys can be more prepared than I was. Alright, so what is postpartum? Postpartum is the time period after you give birth, aka the 4th trimester. This period usually lasts about 6 to 8 weeks. Know that during your postpartum period, your body and your mind are not going to be the same as when you were pregnant or before you were pregnant, thanks to hormones. After you give birth, you might feel very hormonal, highly sensitive to things that you don't normally are sensitive to. But for some people, they can feel like it's hard to bond with their newborn. And also with everything that's been going on, your hormones, just having a newborn, this new person into your life that you don't know anything about. I mean, for some people, the mother instinct kicks in really fast, but for some people, they don't. I never experienced postpartum depression, and that's the next thing we're going to be talking about. So what is postpartum depression? Postpartum depression is a lot more severe than baby blues. So with postpartum depression, some people can have really depressing thoughts about their baby, about themselves. They're unable to bond with their babies, and sometimes they can feel like they don't want anything to do with their babies. And for some people, they can snap themselves out of it. For other people, they cannot. So if you feel like you're extremely depressed during your postpartum, then you need to talk to a doctor. And whenever you are not taking care of that, there might be a chance that you will harm yourself or your baby, and we do not want that. Go talk to your doctor. But most of the time, whenever you go for your 6 weeks checkup, they give you a paperwork to fill in. They will ask you questions about how you feel. Are you feeling depressed? Are you feel like harming yourself or your baby? And be truthful with that, you know, because they need to know what's going on with you so they can help you properly. So I just feel like I needed to talk about this because I feel like this is very important. Now let's talk about the physical part of postpartum. After you give birth, your vagina is not going to be okay? Your belly is not going to be the flattest. For some people, they're lucky. They snap back like immediately. For most people, it doesn't. For me, it didn't. Girl, I worked out my whole pregnancy, and I thought if I kept working out and I'll snap back as soon as I give birth. But girl, no ma'am. After I gave birth, my belly looked like I was 6 months pregnant. So after you give birth, your vagina is not going to be okay. There's going to be aftercares that you have to do. The hospital is going to give you a bunch of stuff to help with your pain, such as medication, diapers, grown-up diapers, and they're gonna give you a little bottle thingy. I don't even remember what's it called. It's a spray bottle. Make sure you put warm water in that bottle and spray it while peeing, because girl, if you just pee without spraying your vagina, it's gonna hurt so bad. I'm not trying to scare you guys, I'm just stating the facts. People said that in the hospital they gave you some stuff that doesn't work as well, so I got some of my stuff outside of the hospital. But make sure you take everything they gave you from the hospital too, because girl, you're paying for this, you better take everything you can. I got some of my diapers from Target. It's like a kit, it's called Freedom Mom, so make sure you buy that kit. It has everything that you need except spray bottle. I think you have to buy the spray bottle separate because it doesn't come with it. I don't know why, but that spray bottle works wonders. And then another thing, weight gain. Just keep in mind, you might still be a little swollen and look a little chubby. Don't think that you look ugly or you look bad, you look horrible. You look beautiful still. You just give birth, you give life, okay? If you are still pregnant watching this video right now, I pray that you have a safe birth and a beautiful, healthy baby. Number 2, feeding. Formula or breast milk. I don't know if you have heard people telling you need to breastfeed because it's so good for your baby. Don't get me wrong, it really is, but you don't necessarily have to breastfeed if you don't want to. Formula works just great. Take it from me, I tried breastfeeding. Before I gave birth, I literally told everybody's mom and dad, everyone, that I was gonna breastfeed. Everybody was like, breastfeeding's better, it's healthier for them. But girl, I tried, and Omari just not trying to latch. And then I tried pumping, but since he's not drinking a lot, he's not latching to me, I was not able to produce. And he was hungry and I'm not about to have him starve. So I just gave him formula and he just started drinking formula ever since then, and he still loves formula. He is 1. I know he can start drinking regular milk now, but we still gave him formula, but it's for toddlers. Being a new mom to a newborn is already really hard, and on top of pumping, cleaning, just doing everything, it's already so much. So don't let other people make you feel guilty that you are not breastfeeding, because you do you, girl. Whatever makes you feel like you are able to do, then do that. It does not make you a bad mom. Omari literally drank formula his whole life, and he is literally the smartest, healthiest, the most active, amazing little boy. So number 3, sleep. This might be hard for some of you if you like to sleep. Me, I love to sleep. You are going to be sleep deprived in the first couple weeks, maybe months. Your baby will wake up every couple hours throughout the night, sometimes 30 to an hour, sometimes every 2 hours. You cannot get a full night of sleep, you just constantly waking up. It makes you really tired. I was so freaking tired. So if you have somebody there to help you out, like you and your husband, your baby daddy, or you know, just somebody that could help you wake up throughout the night with your baby so you can get a little bit longer sleep, or you wake up in the middle of the night a couple times and in the morning somebody else takes your baby and you can sleep in for a little longer, that will help a lot. Also, SIDS, I want to talk about that. SIDS is short for sudden infant death syndrome. A lot of babies actually pass away in their sleep, and it's a very scary thing to think about. I remember when me and Darian first brought Omari home, the first night we did not even sleep because we were so worried about that. We were just watching him sleep the whole time. It's okay to let them sleep. Just make sure that their crib doesn't have any blankets or any like stuffed animals or anything, just them. And sometimes you can swaddle them. I swear to you, the first week when Omari was home, I didn't sleep for 4 days. I don't even know how I was able to function. You know, I gotta do what I gotta do for my baby. Number 4, people are gonna tell you sleep when your baby sleep. It is a helpful tip, but I feel like it doesn't work all the time. You know, when your baby is sleeping, you're supposed to be sleeping so you can get rest, but you can't always sleep when they sleep. They sleep a lot. So if they're asleep and you're asleep, how are you gonna get shit done? How are you gonna get bottles washed? How are you gonna clean? How are you gonna eat, shower, brush your teeth? Like, all of those things you have to do when you are afraid of a baby. I just had to put that in there so you guys know that when people tell you, make sure you sleep when your baby sleeps. That works sometimes, not all the time. Number 5, babies will cry, and it is okay to let them cry. Just make sure that you check if they're hungry, they have a dirty diaper, or they're just overly tired. Other than that, it's okay to let them cry. You are not a bad parent if you let your baby cry. You might see people post about their happy baby all the time on social media, but that's just their highlight reels. Their baby's not always an angel. Babies cry, and it's good that they cry because that's how they communicate. Obviously, not letting them cry for a long time, like hours or something, like 5 minutes, it's okay. I remember me and Darian had to let Omari cry in the beginning, like when he's like 5 months old or something. When he goes to sleep, he would just cry. He's already fed, he doesn't have a wet diaper or dirty diaper. He's just tired and he doesn't know how to soothe himself to sleep, so we just let him cry for like 3-5 minutes. After that, he's good, he goes back to sleep. But after a certain amount of time, like 5 minutes, go to them, check up on them, pick them up, rock them, reassure them, and then put them down. If they cry again, just let them cry for another 2 minutes. Trust me, they will go to sleep and they will be fine. Number 6, make sure you buy onesies that have zippers. This is a big one. Nobody tells me. Actually, Darian's mom told me. I truly appreciate her for telling me that, because there's so many onesies out there. They're so cute and you just want to buy all the cute onesies, but they have buttons. You do not want to wake up middle of the night button up buttons. Buying onesies that have a zipper, it helps so much. It just makes the process a lot easier for you. Zip it and done. Number 7, this one goes hand in hand with the last one we just talked about. Nighttime changing and nighttime feeding. You want to make that process easier for you. So make sure you have all the essential things you change your baby with or you feed your baby with you in some type of carrier next to your bed. It is so much easier. You have your diapers in there, your wipes, thermometer, diaper cream, just everything that you normally use on your baby throughout the day. Put them in a little carrier next to your bed, so whenever they wake up in the middle of the night, everything is right there. Before we move on to the next one, I just want to point this one out. You don't have to warm the milk up every time. I remember in the beginning, me and Darian will always try to warm up the milk, but it's like, he doesn't really need more milk all the time. During the day, he drinks room temperature milk all the time and it's fine. I mean, if you want to warm up the milk for your baby, good for you, do that. But I just want to let you know that you don't really necessarily have to. Number 8, make sure you develop a routine for you and your baby. This one's a big one. Babies need routines. If they're off their routines, it's a horror show, okay? You're not gonna be happy, they're not gonna be happy. With that being said, make sure that you know what time they nap, what time they eat. When they're overly tired, they do not go to sleep. They just cry for a long time. It's 12 o'clock, nap time. Literally, you put your baby down, they will go to sleep most of the time because that's what they're used to. So make sure that you develop a routine for you and your baby. It will make your life a lot easier, trust me. Number 9, identity change. Taking care of a baby is a full-time job, y'all. It's not easy. You might see people post on social media of how fun it is to have a baby. You can dress them up, you can take them out, show them off. It's way more than just that. Those things that you see is just the highlight reel of what's going on in their life. Most people don't show how hard it is to have a baby, and it is very hard and challenging. Know that you are no longer just you or the two of you anymore. Now you have a new person that you have to take care of. You can't sleep whenever you want. You can't just go somewhere and do something whenever you want anymore. But know that just because you're not the same as before anymore, you are now a parent, it doesn't mean that you can't make time for yourself. You still need time for yourself, still gotta take care of yourself, because if you're not taking care of yourself, you are not able to truly taking care of another person. Ask for help whenever you need it. And yeah. Number 10, baby symptoms. This one I did not know. Babies are gonna have little symptoms here and there. Omari had cradle cap, some of y'all probably don't know what cradle cap is. It looks crazy. It makes my hair stand up when I look at it because I don't like looking at things like that. So pretty much the skin on his scalp, they just look like how do I explain this? It's like dry, like desert. You have to brush it, you have to buy a cradle cap shampoo for it, wash their hair with it, make sure you brush it, kind of like scrape it off so they can fall off. And another thing is baby eczema. Omari had that too, so he had bumps on him and they kind of look like little pimples. Just make sure that you buy eczema cream for that. And I'm pretty sure there's other symptoms, but these two are just the main symptoms that Omari got. So and it's the most common ones. Number 11, useful things that I love for my baby. There are plenty of things out there that are very useful, but those are just the things that are really useful for me. So babies have nails. I mean, obviously they have nails, Kennedy. But their nails are so thin and so fragile. I've heard horror stories about people saying that they try to cut their baby's nail and made them bleed. I'm like, no, I will literally cry if I cut his nail and make him bleed. So I went on Amazon to see if there's any like alternative things that I can use, and I found this nail trimmer. It's pretty much like a nail grinder, but it's for babies that have different roughness of the grinder. So in the beginning I used like the least rough ones for his very soft nails, and if you actually put the grinder on your skin, it doesn't even hurt. It grinds the nail right off and without pain. I still use that to this day, but I just use a little bit more rough part of the grinder because his nails are not as fragile as it used to be. And then next, bottles. We loved the Avon bottles because those bottles, the nipples don't leak. And we tried the Dr. Phillips thing. That bottle, the nipple leaks all the time. Another thing that I love that I still use today is the bottle drying rack. It sounds like exactly what it is. And then another thing that goes with the bottle is called bottle steamer. Pretty much you put all the bottles into this container and it's plastic. It kind of works as a dishwasher. You put it in the microwave and let it heat it up. It will take away all the bacteria. Next, sleep suit. When we first bought the sleep suit, he slept all night. Before we bought the sleep suit, he was kind of still waking up here and there in the middle of the night. The sleep suit was like for 3 to 6 months, and he was about 5 months at that time. And we started sleep training him, and that sleep suit really worked. If you guys are struggling with sleep training with your baby, I highly suggest you try to buy a sleep suit. One more thing, the stuff for the crib. I got a crib railing for the railing of the crib. When they start teething, they chew on everything, and Omar would just chew on his crib, leave teeth mark right there, and I don't want him to eat paint, so I bought that. It helped a lot. And then I bought the bottom, like a little cover for the bottom part of his crib so he doesn't accidentally stick his foot out there, also preventing him from accidentally throw his passy out. And then I came to find out there's a netting that you can buy for the crib. It covers the whole crib, prevents mosquitoes from biting your baby. I should have just bought it from the beginning because that just solves all the problems. I don't even have to buy the crib railing because the net literally covers the whole inside of the crib, so he can't even touch anything outside. His foot is not gonna get caught in between the gaps of the crib. I don't know why I never think that, but yeah, if I were you, just buy that netting. The last thing, sound machine. You need that. Babies sleep so good when there's a sound like white noise playing. Number 12, baby nighttime sleep. So when baby are sleeping at night, make sure the temperature is the right temperature. Make sure that they have a proper wear. Omar used to wear a onesie to go to sleep, and then we put the sleep suit on him. Now he doesn't use sleep suit anymore, but he still wears his little onesie or little PJ. What actually started to give him blankets because he now knows how to move the blanket off of his face, just move it around, so it's not as dangerous now. But before they turn 1, make sure that there's nothing in the crib for them, again considering sits. Number 13, what sleep is like for parents. Like I said in the beginning, sleep is a thing that you don't get as much anymore. When Omari is awake, I'm awake, and now I have to watch him like 24/7 because he gets into everything now. Sometimes when he takes a nap, when I find myself really tired, I'll take a nap with him, but be prepared. Sleep is not something you get often anymore when you become a parent. But on a good note, eventually they will start sleeping through the night. You got this. You'll get there, all right? Number 14, eating. In the beginning, formula, of course, and then when they start getting little teeth, you know, about 6-7 months, you can give them purees. I started incorporating a little bit more solid food with Omari when he was about, I don't even remember honestly, but I gave him strawberries when he was like 9 months old, maybe 8 months, I can't remember. It is scary to try to feed a baby because choking, it's scary. Number 15, mom guilt. Mom guilt is real. I don't know why we feel this way. Like when somebody else is watching Omari, I feel guilty. I don't know why I feel guilty. Even when his dad is watching him, I still feel somewhat guilty. Like, oh my god, I'm the mom. I should be the one that's taking care of him. I should be the one that's watching him. But in reality, that's not supposed to be true, you know? Like, you deserve a break, but the mom guilt is real. Try to tell yourself it's okay. You're not always going to be taking care of them. You need time for yourself too. You don't want to be miserable and taking care of your kid, because even though they're a baby, they still can feel the energy. Number 17, there is no right or wrong way to take care of your child or being a parent. My way of parenting might not be the same way as you, and what works for me might not work for you. And also, every kid is different too. For some people, it might be harder than the other, but at the end of the day, I'm telling you, it is so worth it when you watch your kid just grow into this little person. But yeah, this is the end of the video. I hope you guys made it this far. I know we talked so much, but I appreciate you guys stick it to the end. If you did, I truly appreciate you. And if you did like this video, the like button is literally right down there. Click it. I appreciate you, and don't forget to subscribe if you have not subscribed. I hope this video will help you, and we got this together.